Hey everybody, I am back with another segment, and tonight I have someone very special in the building. She is a songstress and she's doing amazing things all around H-Town. So I want you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. Thank you for joining me for another week, and I'm ready. I'm geared up to introduce our next guest. So without further ado, I want you guys to give it up for Nicole Lundy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Nicole Lundy. How y'all doing?
Yes, I'm so grateful to have you sitting at the round table with me. Mm-hmm. I know who you are, but for those that may be watching or listening to us on whatever platform, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what all you do?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a singer-songwriter. I grew up in church. I've been singing my whole life. And it's just something that I'm passionate about. So I just knew that was what I always wanted to do with my life. But singing and mainly songwriting is mainly my passion. I'm a mother. I have a son. And I'm a businesswoman. I'm working on starting some different business adventures, and I'm excited about doing that as well. So yeah, and I also want to shout out to my group, my music group, Southstar Music Group. They support me a lot in everything that I do musically. So thankful for them as well.
Awesome. It's definitely important to have a good solid team behind
for sure.
you.
Yeah.
So how long have you been into music? I know you say you grew up in a church, but when did you decide to start performing live?
Oh, I was in college, I believe, when I first started performing live, and I would go do different like open mic nights all around Houston and stuff like that. But it really wasn't until college. But of course,
and how many years ago was that? If you don't remember?
Oh,
I don't want to put your age
that
out
was about I've been out of school for about 6 years.
Okay.
I got my master's degree a few years ago, but I did it online.
Oh, so what did you get your master's in?
In business administration.
Listen, see, it's more behind that voice. It's beauty and brains. Let's give it up.
For sure.
So what are some of the lessons you had to learn on your journey? Because I know, being a beautiful woman and in Houston is so competitive.
It is.
And so what were some of the lessons that you had to learn on your journey?
For me, it's just basically knowing that it's business at the end of the day, not taking everything so personally. And just kind of knowing how to have those relationships, because in the music business, you're going to work with men. It's a lot of men. It's just what it is. And so for me, I just always told myself that I would never put myself in that position to jeopardize or, I guess, misrepresent my image. So I always just kind of keep that separate.
Okay. Now, what was your aha moment that said, this is my time? Because I noticed that you started doing videos and putting out content. So when did you discover that it was time to do music the Nicole Lundy way?
Let's see. Probably when I was in college. And that's kind of really when I started recording. I had never been in the studio or anything like that. I just always sung in church because that was what I knew. So one of my good friends, his name was Antoine.
Shout out to Antoine.
Shout out to him because he's the one who got everything started. He had a studio in his apartment, and it was just really just a mic and, the cover.
We've been there.
Just the computer, that was it. So he was like, one of my other friends, his name was Chris, he heard me singing in the car, and he was like, my friend Antoine, he has a studio at his house, so you should, come and sing or whatever. And I was like, nah, I don't know if that's for me. I had never recorded in the studio, so, I don't know anything. I kind of play with songwriting, but in a playful way, but it wasn't really that serious at the time. So he was like, no, you should come. So I was like, okay, I'll try it out. So I went to his house. He played some records he found on YouTube and this other website that sold beats, and we started writing songs, and I just fell in love.
Now, who were some of your musical influencers? Like, who inspired you, as you were growing up? And
Well,
growing into
growing
your
up,
craft?
because I grew up in church, I listened to a lot of Christian music. So, Mary Mary, of course, Yolanda Adams. But I love Mary J. Blige, Brandy, Jasmine Sullivan, Whitney Houston. I'm pretty
The list
much
goes
yeah,
on.
it just goes
You're so
on
well
and on
rounded,
and on. Yeah. So I love all of that.
And I know our fans, our viewers, our watchers are dying to hear your voice. And I actually have one of your most recent videos for those that are watching.
Okay, cool.
Say it. Let's take a look at it.
A little Henny in my system never hurt nobody. And my feelings like Drake again, but I won't start it. Got me questioning the road we took and how we parted. When you do the things you do, then wonder why I'm guarded. Can you make me understand what you be thinking when you do the things that you do? Say you love me, well, I need proof. Otherwise, I ain't tryna hear you. Actions speak a little louder than you do. Make it hard for me to trust you when you know that I really want to, really love you. But if you can be a dog, I can be a bitch. Got me questioning if this is really it. When you say that you don't care, I believe you. I believe you. Do you want this? Boy, you better say it. Do you want this? Boy, you better say it. You better say it. Do you want this? Boy, you better say it. It could all be so different, I swear. But you're making it so difficult, my dear. I just think it's funny how all you do is run your mouth talking about the love that I gave to you. How you never found it when you lost it. Now it's costing me all my sanity, especially when I'm giving you everything. You're doing the same old thing. You're steady blaming me when I'm not perfect. I know I give a damn, and you know that. You just do the shit to get a rise, then look me in my eyes and tell the same old lie. Do you want this? Do you? Boy, you better say it. You better. Do you want this? Yeah. Boy, you better say it. You better say it. Do you want this? Do you? Boy, you better say it. It could all be so different, I swear. But you're making it so difficult, my dear.
I'm definitely loving those dope ass visuals.
Thank you. Shout out to Forever Real TV for shooting that.
Oh yeah, they did an awesome job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So once you started seeing the success of your career start to flourish, because I mean, I'm starting to see your name everywhere. Like once you hear it, it's like you know, wanting a car, and then you want a particular car. Now you start seeing it everywhere. That's how it was. Like once I heard your name, I started to see it everywhere. Yeah. So with success comes a lot of other things. So what became your new formula for success once you realized that, okay, this is my lane, it's working for me? Like what changed, you know, how did that change the course of your decisions?
I just always try to stay true to myself and what I know I like. I know who I am as a person and what my goals are, and I just stick to that. I don't really let anybody like change my mind or my course or anything like that. So
Right.
yeah.
And you're under management now?
I am.
And how, and what's the name of your management company again?
Southstar Music Group.
Southstar Music Group. So during the pandemic,
Yeah.
have you noticed that you haven't been able to, it's affected you in any way?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, performing wise, we weren't able to really just get out and do what we wanted to, but we were able to write and record and still practice and be
Still
ready.
manifest.
So whenever the time came, like which is now, we're having more opportunities come our way. We're ready. So I'm thankful for it.
That's awesome. So what do we have to look forward to from you?
So right now I'm working on a project. It's an EP. It's with another producer. His name is Major League Beats. It's called 50/50, and it's going to be about 6 to 7 songs, all produced by him and all written and sung by me. So I'm excited about that. We have several performances coming up. We have one this Friday. I don't know how.
Yeah, well,
how this will come out, but
Yeah.
we have one. A lot of performances coming up as well.
Right, but
So
I'm sure,
excited.
like, if they follow your social media,
Yeah, they'll be able to see it. Yeah,
when
our
your
post.
performances are
Mhm.
coming up, and
Yeah.
if they don't catch this one, they'll catch
they'll
the next
catch
one.
Yeah.
For sure. So, did you always have a support team in place once you started? And sometimes our support teams change,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
I mean, before I got with Southstar Music Group, I was doing it for a while by myself. Once I had my son, I kind of took about 3-4 years off and didn't really, I still went to the studio, still recorded and wrote songs, of course, but I wasn't really trying to be an artist at the time because I was mainly focusing on being a mom.
Right.
But I just knew I wasn't going to be able to shake it. So I was like, I might as well. And then God blessed me with the opportunity to meet DJ Chop, and he kind of pushed me back into
We all need
doing
accountability
it, so I'm thankful.
partners.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Now, how do you manage juggling motherhood and music?
It's a lot, and honestly, my son goes pretty much everywhere with me. He'll be at the studio with me. Hell, if I could have brought him here today, he probably would have been here today. But he's like my little sidekick, so he's pretty much used to everything that mommy has to do. So, that's kind of how it's a lot, but I make it work.
That's exciting though. That's exciting. I
Yeah.
love, my kids actually come with me. They're grown now, but I love for them to be able to see what hard work look like.
Yeah, and honestly, he loves music. His playlist is fire.
Okay.
I'd be like, who sang that? Like, so I can tell it's definitely rubbing off on him.
Now, if there's something that you could have done differently on your journey, what would that be?
Oh, honestly, I wish I would have saw my potential early on and actually would have flourished it and, did the proper things that I was supposed to do early on. But I mean, like I said, I grew up in church. I was taught that I wasn't supposed to be doing that
secular music,
and
right?
it took me a while to actually find myself and understand what I want, who I am, and if you don't like it, it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's right. And I commend you for stepping outside the box and doing you, because doing secular music does not determine your soul calling.
And I had to figure that out myself.
It's a traditional thing. We learn how to do that.
For sure.
I actually have another video of yours called Come My Way. But before I add that video, you want to tell me a little bit about how you came up with the concept for that one?
So that one, the song is very Caribbean, very fun, got a dance feel to it. So I was like, I'm from Galveston Island originally.
Okay.
So I'm an island girl, but not really. So I was like, I want to do something fun. I want to dance. And so we shot it on the beach in Galveston. So shout out to Forever Real TV for doing that one as well.
All right.
So yeah, it's a fun video.
Well, let's check that out. Here's Come My Way.
Falling so fast I can't keep up the pace. I'm feeling your vibe. Don't stop, don't stop. Touching and kissing, I'm instantly feeling the love that you give me so bad. Come right now. Lay me down, lay me down, lay me down. Work it out, work it out, work it out. No better feeling than right now. You got my fantasies coming to life, and we all over the place. You riding my wave, boy, take me away. Hug me, kiss me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Hug me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Come my way, you put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. Boy, won't you come my way? You put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. I just want your love whenever you come my way. You just be giving it all. I just be wanting it all. And when you kiss my body, baby, don't hold back. The way you do that, you know that I like it. You just be doing it right, just how I like. Oh, nah, nah. Come right now. Let me down, let me down. Work it out, work it out. No better feeling than you got the fantasies coming to life, and we all over the place. You riding my wave, boy, take me away. Hug me, kiss me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Hug me, kiss me, hug me, squeeze and caress me. Come my way, you put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way. Boy, won't you come my way? You put a smile on my face, and you just brighten my day. Boy, won't you come my way? My way.
Another dope visual with Nicole
thank you.
Lundy. Yes,
Thank you.
yes. I want to thank you so much for coming on Outside
thank you
the
for
Box
having me.
and letting me get all in your business
Of
and ask you some questions about your career. You know, I'm
Yeah.
all about brown girl magic,
Yes.
and you are definitely spreading it all around. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what 2021 has
Yeah,
in
me
store
too.
for you. So I just want you to keep on grinding, keep on shining,
Yes.
keep on growing, and keep on sewing.
Yes.
And for those that are watching, I want to remind all of our viewers that we are on multiple platforms. So you can check us out on YouTube, Google Play, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Hip Hop Street, SoundCloud, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, Pocket Cast. You can also find us on Facebook. And for those that are watching, I want you guys to be sure that you follow Nicole Lundy. She has a YouTube page as well. So be sure to look her up on YouTube, like that page and subscribe. Make sure you click the bell notification so you can be notified when her next project comes out. You can also follow her on her Instagram page under Nicole Lundy. Be sure that you follow that as well. And not to mention, we also have a Facebook page for our
Yes.
bookers that are out there. Make sure that you hit that like button on that as well.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you for coming. I'm not
Thank
going to
you
keep
so
you
much
too
for
long.
having me. I appreciate it.
And when you release another project, be sure to
Of
look me up. I'd
course.
love to feature
I
it on
sure
Outside the
will.
Box.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
Thank
Well, that's a
you.
special treat from us to you. My name is Onney, the CEO, and you are Outside the Box.